Christmas stories, including Twas the Night Before Christmas. It just seemed fitting, Merry Christmas Eve to everyone who's celebrating. And this is probably the most iconic Christmas story, so what better way to read Twas the Night Before Christmas than on Christmas Eve? It's gonna be great, guys. So whatever you're doing, wherever you are, be sure to get in a comfortable position. Maybe you're by the fire, maybe you have some hot chocolate, maybe you can't go to sleep because you're excited about your presents tomorrow morning. But anyways, gonna go ahead and read Twas the Night Before Christmas. There's a lot of foreword in this, so gotta skip ahead a bit. We have the Coca-Cola Santa. In a good spirit, we have Coca-Cola with us. Not a sponsor. Alright, let's go ahead. Clement Seymour, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. There's a dog right there. You can read the second page. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Got a fireplace. The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while the visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. They're going to sleep right there. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. There he is. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to the objects below. As you can see, we have a nice little snowman right there. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. There's Santa up in the top corner, flying in. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As you can see here, we have Santa with all his reindeer. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. In a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and poof, as I drew in my head and was turning around. Down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. Got a little chimney, got some gifts. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. And here he is, Jolly St. Nick, the big man himself. Look at this picture, that's fire. There he is. The dog. Legendary. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. Sorry guys, I just want to say that last page took so long because we couldn't stop laughing for some reason. We're in a giggly mood, but it literally took us 6 minutes between the last time you saw us and now, but we made it through. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. You were laughing there. Yeah, that page also took a lot of time. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod to the chimney, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down of a thistle. Oh, I guess we didn't even show you guys the picture on the last page. We didn't. This is the picture that had us laughing so much. Because I kept making eye contact with him when I was reading it. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." That's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Twas the night before Christmas. It's so funny because there's so many edits in there. It's because we were laughing so much for this. This was a tough book to get through, but a classic nonetheless. Alright, so for our second and final book, we have The Polar Express. Kind of an iconic story that I'm sure most of you have seen the movie. This book actually won the Caldecott Medal, which our teachers always spoke very highly of. So, here it goes, The Polar Express. December 2004. This was a gift to me and my sister from my grandparents. The Polar Express by Chris Van Allsburg. On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle the sheets. I breathed slowly and silently. I was listening for a sound a friend had told me I'd never hear, the ringing bells of Santa's sleigh. There is no Santa, my friend had insisted, but I knew he was wrong. Late that night, I did hear sounds, though not of ringing bells. From outside came the sounds of hissing steam and squeaking metal. I looked through my window was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate candies with nougat centers as white as snow. We drank hot cocoa as thick and rich as melted chocolate bars. Outside, the lights of towns and villages flickered in the distance as the Polar Express raced northward. We've got this, guys. We've got this.
I don't know why, but I swear I'm like in such a giggly mood right now, which makes this really difficult, but here's the picture.
Those are kids eating their nougat candies.
This is a cool one. So we have all these wolves. Soon there were no more lights to be seen. We traveled through cold, dark forests where lean wolves roamed and white-tailed rabbits hid from our trains as it thundered through the quiet wilderness. It's pretty cool.
We climbed mountains so high it seemed as if we would scrape the moon, but the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys like a car on a roller coaster. Those look like the Grand Tetons.
Oh, it does, it does. The mountains turned into hills, the hills to snow-covered plains. We crossed a barren desert of ice, the great polar ice cap. Lights appeared in the distance. They looked like the lights of a strange ocean liner sailing on a frozen sea. There, said the conductor, is the North Pole.
The North Pole. It was a huge city standing alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. At first we saw no elves. They are gathering at the center of the city, the conductor told us. That is where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas. Who receives the first gift, we all asked. The conductor answered, he will choose one of you.
Look, shouted one of the children, the elves. Outside we saw hundreds of elves. As our train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we slowed to a crawl. So crowded were the streets with Santa's helpers. When the Polar Express could go no further, we stepped out, and the conductor led us outside. North Pole.
We pressed through the crowd to the edge of a large open circle. In front of us stood Santa's sleigh. The reindeer were excited. They pranced and paced, ringing the silver sleigh bells that hung from their harnesses. It was a magical sound, like nothing I'd ever heard. Across the circle, the elves moved apart and Santa Claus appeared. The elves cheered wildly. He marched over to us and, pointing to me, said, "Let's have this fellow here." He jumped into his sleigh. The conductor handed me up. I sat on Santa's knee, and he asked, "Now, what would you like for Christmas?" The question every kid dreams of. This is a big man. Jolly and plump.
I knew that I could have any gift I could imagine, but the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was one silver bell from Santa's sleigh. When I asked, Santa smiled. Then he gave me a hug and told an elf to cut the bell from the reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood, holding the bell high above him, and called out, "The first gift
clock struck midnight as the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me, and I put it in my bathroom robe. The conductor held me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the reindeers' names and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled once above us, then disappeared in the cold, dark polar sky.
That's a great picture.
Santa taking off.
The mic.
Nope. It's menacing. Santa's right there. Alright, there we go.
Apologies about the mic. I actually don't know how the other ASMR artists do it, but we'll figure out how to get it off camera, surely.
Sure.
As soon as we're back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa Claus's sleigh. Let's hurry outside and look for it, one of the children said, but the train gave a sudden lurch, and we started moving. We were on our way home.
It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood at my doorway and waved goodbye. The conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear him. What? I yelled out. He cupped his hands around his mouth. Merry Christmas, he shouted. The Polar Express let out a loud blast from its whistle and sped away.
Dang. On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind the tree. It had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was a note. Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C. I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound my sister and I ever heard. But my mother said, "Oh, that's too bad." "Yes," said my father, "it's broken." When I'd shaken the bell, my parents had not heard a sound.
Got Romo McDonald right there.
What is that? What the heck?
At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me as it does for all who truly believe. You got the bell right there. And actually, the cover of this book has a bell on it.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. We hope you have an incredible Christmas Eve and Christmas, and just holiday season overall. Maybe it's even snowing where you're from. I think it'll be snowing in Michigan by the time this goes up, so much love guys. We laughed, we had so much fun making this video. Literally got stuck on reading like Twas the Night Before Christmas for like 8 minutes. It was crazy, but yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, again, we appreciate all the support we've received this new year, and we're hoping this next year to be even better. We have another video coming out tomorrow, Christmas Day, which is something we usually never have 2 in a row, but we think it's just really special, and we have an exciting announcement coming with that video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Yeah, we have a few more of us together, which I know you guys really like, so we're going to try to keep that up for the holiday season. I hope you guys just have a very Merry Christmas Eve, or if you're not celebrating, just spend time with your family and have a great break if you're off of school or work, and We'll see you soon. Bye.